Hello, Tarot Tube. What do we have here? A seasonal deck. So I thought, you know how you get an idea and you start to map it out and then you're like, nope, I'm just going to jump in and do this. So here, I'm just jumping in and do this. And we're going to talk about decks for the season. And I'm calling it hashtag Deck the Halls with Decks. I don't know. Corny? Sure, you bet. Let's talk about what we're going to do for a minute here. So every year I look and I hope that I'm going to see a holiday themed deck that I like. And so far I'm just seeing a lot of Santa RWS clones. And somehow they just don't do it for me. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to just tap into the basic energies of the holiday season and see what I've got here on my shelves that hits a sweet spot with those energies. And this is not planned out ahead of time. So yeah, you're just going to have to bear with me. We're going to take the props out of the way, at least some of the props. Boop. And I think, so this prop gets to stay and this prop gets to stay. We don't really need to be so far away now. All right, so the first deck I have here is the only deck that I have in my possession. Oh, do you like my amaryllis? My amaryllis is figuring prominently in my daily draw games that I'm doing live every day at noon. This is December 2022, by the way. Okay, so it's this one, the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. I'm sure there are 100 walkthroughs online. You don't really need to see the whole deck. Whoops. My shuffling skills, I try to keep them in order, but you know, it just doesn't always happen. So, you know, some of these images resonate for me about Christmas, and some of them are just straight up Yule stuff, right? So this, it could go either way, right? But it definitely does scratch that itch. So here, I'll use this card to talk about one thing. So one of the things about this season is that's so meaningful and satisfying, I think, for a lot of people is community and breaking bread. So I'm going to put this one to the side. That's a thought, community and breaking bread. Yeah, this is, I've stepped away from all Christian stuff. My spiritual path has resulted in the perhaps permanent revocation of my Christian card. Silent Night. Yeah, I think that is an energy we're going to use. Gratitude, definitely an energy. Telling stories is true. And I would say, you know, gaming, playing games. For me, getting together with my friends and family and loved ones means feasting, playing games, and inevitably telling stories. Poinsettia. No, I don't have a poinsettia. I have a Yule log. I'd love to have that. Air medicine, tranquility. No, that never means that. Crown. Well, here's me. Merriment, mistletoe, candle magic. No. So what I'm thinking is, I mean, what makes this such a light, definitely, ornaments. What makes this such a special time for me is not just family, yes. Not the holiday today, it's all that inner child stuff. And if we don't, gatherings, yes. I don't really feel the darkest hour too much for the holiday itself. It's more time of the year. But it's all that inner child stuff. And if we don't recognize it, if we don't, right, if we don't take care of it, if we don't respect it, it's going to bite you in the holiday ho ho ho. So yeah, okay, I think I've got some of the main energies that I need to respect out of this deck, but I don't see anything about, well, this is kind of inner child, so I'm looking for inner child stuff. Ornaments, you know, was it just kind of jolly and festive, and does it bring light? That's a good question. Where I am now, this is my crone. I'm fully into it now. And sometimes it's hard to embrace that in our beautiful youth culture. Gatherings, getting together with people is important. Family is important. whatever family means to you, obviously. It's not just your, you know, blood relatives or the people who raised you. Hopefully they did a decent job feasting. Boy, that got dark suddenly. And it is being quiet. It's like this funny combination of celebration and quiet, right? Telling stories and feeling grateful. I'm going to use these as my anchor because I am a crone and I want to feel grateful this season. All right, so first, let's see what I've got that taps into inner child stuff. Now, I'm very much not Asian, but I have a particular affinity for this kind of stuff. And, you know, give me Hello Kitty all day, all night. I don't have the Hello Kitty deck. But this stuff really helps me tap into my inner child joy, the happy side of the inner child. So I like this one. This is a good deck for me for the holidays, the Kawaii Tarot. And in that vein, where's my teddy bear? Here's my teddy bear. The Teddy Bear Tarot. Teddy Bear Tarot is, I'm rather proud of myself because you know how Lisa made me do it? I made Lisa do this one. Ha ha. Anyway, this is the Teddy Bear Tarot. Straight up RWS clone. But it's with teddy bears. Oh my gosh. And I feel like teddy bears are like one of those classic holiday gifts for people. I'm saying holiday because even though Christmas is obviously the dominant holiday, and I'm certainly not at war with Christmas, people celebrate numerous different kinds of holidays. And you know what else I might pull with the child thing is this Faunabelle Tarot. So yeah, this is interesting because I haven't worked with this in months. But what do you think? Let me, you know what, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. We don't need to be so far away. Zoop. Going down. A little further. I'm not editing this out either. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe the Faunabelle might be good. And you know what? This is December 22. I am working with Lisa Papez's Supportive Tarot. I'm not getting paid for this little thing, but here you go. I'm working with her intuitive reading course right now. And this might be a really cool one to use. Yep. Okay. There we go. That's definitely making the cut. I'm going back to the Faunabelle, and that's this. Now, you may have noticed as I reached across there that I've got my PJs and my bathrobe on because I had this thought early in the morning, and I was going to get changed for the video, and I said no, because you know what? Christmas morning is all about getting up in your PJs, nothing fancy, having a really fun meal, you know, as a child or as a mom, a parent, and just celebrating. It's almost like this miracle that you kind of, if you're the adult, kind of created with your own hands, and if you're the happy, lucky, loved child, then it's like you had these dreams and the dreams came true first thing in the morning with your PJs on. Exciting stuff. And in that vein, I'm also thinking about the Happy Tarot. So yes, Happy Tarot is definitely one of my faves. I don't know if I'm going to ever do one of those top 10 desert island things, but if I did, this would definitely be on my list. The Happy Tarot. I've used this so much. And you know what? As much as everybody whines and complains about the Los Scarabeo cardstock, I have been brutal with this deck, and it looks fine. Totally fine. Okay, that made the cut. Do I need any more inner child stuff, or does that? Okay, I don't want to be overloaded. That's my inner child stuff. Okay, so now let's think about gratitude, which is something that I want to bring to this holiday season. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. All right, this is sort of an odd choice that you may think is a head scratcher, but this one, you can't see me, but I'm standing here looking at my my collection. This one, I think, I've been through so much in my life because I'm this. And I think that looking at this Reclaim Oracle might give me the opportunity from time to time to appreciate some of the lessons that I've learned over my life. I mean, gosh, have I done that? Yes, I'm like a professional at this point. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm liking this idea. This is really coloring outside the lines, but I think it makes sense in terms of what can I feel grateful for? And no matter what I pull up, like even if I pull up powerlessness, there have been times in my life when I had very little power, and yet in the long run, it turned out okay. I either got through it, or not having power meant that somebody stepped up for me. So, yeah. Mind you, I'm not done yet. I may be a crone, but I'm not done yet. So that might actually be a really cool gratitude deck. Let's see what else I've got. Let's see what else I've got. Ooh, 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 ooh. Angels. I am very grateful. And this is a thing for me this year, that I have welcomed angels back into my life. So this is another really good one for me for gratitude. And it seems really seasonal, you know, like a lot of carols that we sing and music has got a strong angel energy. So, yep, that's a good one. I'm going to have fun putting all this stuff back away. But you know what? I guess I'm going to take these and put them in a basket or a box or something where I can get at them. Okay, so the next thing, and I didn't see anything in this deck that reflected it, but it was something I was thinking about this morning, and that is the idea of magical energy, like Santa Claus, magical, Easter Bunny, magical, Tooth Fairy, magical, all those things, magical. So that makes me think of Fey energy. So I am going to say, for Fey energy, if I want to get in touch with the real, it's a magical season and there's little beings out there that just might help me out, I'm going to go with these two decks. I'm going to go with the Forest Fey, which couldn't be cuter. So that feels kind of right for this season. If you haven't seen this, take a look out there. I don't know if there's a walkthrough. You know what? If there's not a walkthrough, I may make one because it won't take very long. Yeah, but that's all I'm going to do now. So that one, and then this is turning into my favorite Fey deck. I've talked about it several times on my channel because I've only had it a couple months, but it's just turning into a favorite. Now the palette doesn't really say much about this season. I feel like the palette is more of an autumnal palette, but that Fey, that magical being energy is so there. And then I'm thinking I have one other Fey deck. I don't know which one would be best. We'll have to decide that later, but I'll just show you which one I'm thinking about. It's another Low Scarabeo, and I've used this some, but not a lot. But let's see what the palette looks like. Maybe this is better. Yep. Okay, this is the one I'm going to use. I'm not going to use the Farhaxa. I'm going to use this one because of the palette is a little bit more bright, and I think that's going to be better for this season than this autumnal stuff. Okay, sorry for Farhaxa. It's not your time. Goodbye. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to do this and this. All right, so I've got my inner child stuff. I've got my magical beings. I've got my gratitude. I've got my angels. What am I missing? I feel like there's something I'm missing. Oh, here we go. Is there something I've got here that can help me appreciate where I am in my life as this wheel keeps turning, right? I'm not a child. I'm not a young adult. I'm not the mother of a child anymore. I'm the mother of an adult who is very grown up. So what can I use that will help me tap into my crone energy? That's a tough one, because I don't really have any good crone decks. I'm thinking, if you've made it this far in the video and you have any good ideas, please pop them in the chat. You could help me with this one. You could really help me. Okay, hang on a second. I'm just looking around my room here to see if I've got anything good. So I have the Unfolding Path in my on my list, on my wish list, and maybe it's time, despite the price, to take that off my wish list. And yeah, okay, the closest I can come right now. Wait, bingo, ding, 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 ding. I found it. Here we go. I found one. Okay, it's going to be the Witch's Wisdom. I found one. All right, so I hear that we're going to, oh, there it is. Is that, okay. Wow, the deck just told me I'm the one for you, girl. Grown-up girl that you are. Yes, so here's my crone energy. This is me being who I am at this stage in my life in this part of the year. Awesome, I found one, but I still think I'm going to get the Unfolding Path. Okay, this was super fun for me. I hope you enjoyed this and that it is bringing you some food for thought. Yes, that's the feast that I bring to you, this food for thought. Ooh, let's pull that one again. Here it is, feasting. Yeah, I hope this was a feast for you. Let us feast upon the nourishing and be thankful for the feast, nor here or there, yet everywhere it be. Yes, 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 yes. So I hope that this helps you feel grateful for whatever you've got in your life. I think this is the perfect time of year to feel gratitude, to pass that on to other people. And I just wish you the very best for this season, whatever you do, wherever you are, whoever you're with, whoever you're missing. Blessed be. Bye-bye.